guys, welcome to another episode of Glitter and Garbage. I am so thrilled. First of all, happy Halloween week. We're coming to the culmination of spooky season. So we thought, what better way to celebrate this last spooky week than to have on one of my favorite guests of all time, the gorgeous, the stunning, the brilliant celebrity tarot reader, medium to the stars. It's Brittany Leigh. I always do an intro like there are other people who are gonna like erupt into. I'll have to put that in post. Pew pew pew.
Thanks for having me again.
Of course, it's so nice to have you. I'm so glad we were able to make this happen. It was just like so serendipitous because you know, we were chatting. I was like, I'd love to have you on again, and you were like, oh, a Halloween episode could be fun. And I happened to have like this was the one date in October I had, so it's perfect.
It is.
And especially what with so much drama, so many bombshells that have dropped the past week and a half. We were talking about it in the car. Brittany's memoir is out, The Woman in Me. You said you've read it. What are your thoughts? You've been reading and listening to.
Yeah, I finished it this morning.
And what are your thoughts overall? First of all, I want to know, because I haven't started it, how has every bombshell been dropped? Like, it's still worth reading, right?
Oh, yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, there's bombshells for sure.
Perfect.
I liked it, but it was so sad. Yeah. You know, and I've been very sullen and a little depressed after reading it. It's just hearing what she went through is just so harrowing. Yeah. But it has me seeing her in a different light. Yeah. I don't know. She explains like the British accent, and she explains why she dresses up and does the dances on Instagram, and it just makes more sense than ever. I don't know. It's just sad. I know. It's just so sad.
It is so sad, and I'm really excited to read it. I'm excited to I didn't know that I needed a Dawson's Creek cast member to read it to me, but here we are. It's the collab I didn't know I needed. But I'm mostly glad, and I've talked about this before, and I wonder, you being a medium and kind of having that intuition, there was always the rumor that she had cheated on Justin, right? But I had always heard from my dancer friends that he cheated on her, and it was like getting back at him, the Wade Robson kiss. So did you ever know any of the stuff that has now come out in the book? Like, did you have any intuitive senses about it or anything like that?
Parts of it, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And even parts where she discusses being a little intuitive. She used the word intuitive, psychic, talks about the paranormal a little bit, has had these spiritual experiences herself. Because I've often wondered if herself, and even like hearing about her grandmother and what happened to her grandmother, I'm like, maybe they're just, they just knew stuff. They're just intuitive. Intuitive women. The things about Justin, I didn't know some of that stuff. I kind of felt that he was the culprit of, cheating. It's so crazy because it's like, not only did we get that, I was just hoping we would get that one bombshell, but then it's like all these other fucking bombshells too, It was like multiple cheating times, the abortion, all this stuff. So I guess what I want to ask now, because if you guys haven't listened to a Brittany Leigh episode, first of all, what's wrong with you? Go back and listen. But I always have her pull some cards about pop culture stories and people that I want to know about. And so I'm wondering, can you see anything for Brit in the future? Like, now that this book, we've been talking about it for a really long time, it's finally out, what do you think might be next for her? Can you pull any cards for her? Obviously you don't know her, so you have no... Yeah, do you want me to right now?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's see.
Oh my God, I love it.
Intuitively that she was getting her power back.
I love that. I feel that too. And but also think about it, like her and Janet, both for like decades had this stuff happen with Justin where he was maybe not the stand-up guy that we all thought he was back in the day. And they just stood by, they were classy, they didn't try and out him. It could have gotten into more of like a back and forth, but I really like that Brittany waited to have her full moment to like write this book and tell her side of the story, because there's so much to tell.
Let's just see what her journey looks like.
Yes.
The sun. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that's happy.
Yay.
And the bottom card being the Empress too, which, I mean, this is probably her paying attention more and being, not even paying attention, but being around her children.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's going to have another.
You think?
Maybe. That's interesting. Because she has 2 sons, right?
Yes, she has 2.
Because this is like a new one.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. And the Empress and the Sun together. But I feel like she's focusing on motherhood. Mm-hmm. And if she's in her Empress era, that just means she's more grounded and she's more confident and she's in her power.
Oh, good.
And the Sun is all about adventure. So she might be traveling more. She might be seeing things that she once couldn't see before because she was limited. God, that's a fucking great reading, dude.
Oh, I love that.
I know. Let me just ask one more question.
Okay, cool.
I'm just like, I don't want to go too deep into it without her permission.
Sure.
But that's a great read.
That's good. I like that for her. And also, I feel like she must feel so much relief to finally, there have been so many rumors about her. Everyone, she's just been, called crazy. And finally, she gets to be like, this is why I did what I did.
Yeah, and then the Justice card. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding? And I'm sorry, Justin Timberlake's album was called Justice. Like, get out of here.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's her being justified and her...
Oh, it was Justified. That was the name.
Interesting. But yeah. It's her being justified in her life right now. Like, holy shit.
I'm sorry, Justice and the name Justin, like... Are you fucking kidding me? What? You're so good. Get out of here.
Bye. Wrapping it up.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, guys. Tune in next week.
Holy shit.
But no, his album was called Justified. And the fact that that was the word you just used is just like crazy.
It is. And you watched me pull it out.
I did watch you pull it out.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And to have those be the major arcana cards too, it makes me feel like she is evolving spiritually.
Good.
For sure.
Well, I'm so happy. I really hope, I got a little worried when she was dancing with the knives, but I hope that she just gets it together and feels relief and that people can just approach her with more care and respect. That she deserves
totally.
Now.
I agree.
Now, speaking about Justin and Justified, you have read Lance before, and you predicted quite a few things that have now happened. Tell me a little bit about that. You predicted the NSYNC reunion, all that kind of stuff. Give us the tea.
Yeah, I was on Lance Bass's podcast. Mm-hmm. October 2019, I believe, was the first time.
Okay.
And he had put me on the spot of just like asking when and if there was going to be an NSYNC reunion.
Okay.
And not only did I say yes, but I had predicted it down to the year.
Okay.
And then some things that were maybe like hiccuping in the way, along the way. And yeah, so that episode is still up. Like, I know that they had took down some of the episodes from his previous podcast he had before this one, but it's still up. And anybody can go back and listen to it. And it only, not only breaks down like NSYNC reunion timeline, like what happens for them after. I don't remember all the details of after. I would have to go back myself.
Yeah.
But his assistant basically called me and was like, yeah, like all this stuff has come true. Like even his kids, like I had predicted his kids. I had predicted the hurdles that would happen through adoption.
Right.
I even predicted it down to the month of when these children were going to be born.
That's crazy.
I mean, down to the day, I want to say, but that might be a little bit of a stretch.
Sure.
But I know it was the month.
It's crazy because on the way here, I was telling you about some predictions you made for me that were spot on. That I'm not going to share on air, but just like crazy spot on, you guys. I cannot recommend doing a reading with Brittany enough. Like everything you have predicted for me and pulled for me has like been so spot on, which is so cool. Now, that being said, since there's so much like, it was like NSYNC reunion, or is it going to be just Justin? Can we pull some cards to see how likely an NSYNC reunion might be now? What with all the kind of bad press, I'm like, maybe he'll be forced to do an NSYNC reunion now.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Now, were you an NSYNC girl?
Oh yeah. I loved NSYNC over Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, me too. I was a Backstreet boy girl, and then
I did like them, don't get me wrong, but if I had to choose.
It was like overnight. I went from Backstreet Girl to NSYNC. Like overnight, I took down all my posters and put up all posters of Justin and the boys. Did you have a favorite? And Justin, right?
Yeah, and I loved Lance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really did. Justin and Lance were my favorites.
Oh, that's so funny. See, I liked Lance a lot, but like in terms of who I wanted to like bone, JC and Justin for sure. And lately, I'm on a quest to get some justice for JC because I feel like he got screwed.
Right?
He was so talented.
Yeah.
His voice is like, I mean, Aaron knows. He's listened to me talk about it for the past 3 weeks. Just justice for JC. We're making it happen.
Yeah. There might have been pauses, which I feel like they're, excuse me, let me get my words together.
Okay.
There could have been pauses along the way, and there might continue to be a little bit of hurdles and pauses. But the way that this 3 of Wands with the Chariot upright combined makes me feel like there's some sort of world tour, because both of these cards represent travel overseas for me.
Okay.
Not every reader's like that, but I've tweaked it to what I know.
Yeah.
And Chariot's all about luxury and opulence and things coming together when once again they were maybe pulled in 2 different directions, or if there was a lull or a pause. It's pretty dope. It makes me feel too, with the number 3 being so prevalent, wonder if something's going to be said or announced in March.
Ooh.
Maybe even around 3/7,
okay.
3/10.
Okay.
And again, I have I don't know anything. Lance and I don't talk like that specifically. That he doesn't tell me behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, maybe it feels that way. Or maybe too, there's like 3 prominent members that maybe need to work their stuff out.
Oh, interesting.
Let me ask one other question about the outcome of them.
Yeah.
I do feel like they're going to tour, and
I hope so. I mean, look, we were going to get the tour, and then everyone's like, no, it's just going to be Justin. They just did a song for Trolls. But I'm like, they're dumb to not. I think at this point, everyone wants NSYNC together over just Justin. I think just give us what we want, Justin.
There is a little bit of like heartache around, is one of them a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? I don't know. Do you mind checking?
Yeah, I'm going to check. Oh my God. See, I love it. We're getting to the bottom of it.
It makes me feel like there's somebody that might be just a little bit more reserved on it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's coming true. It's just going to be a little bit delayed.
I know. It's such a bummer.
I know, because you get like these good cards around it. Good. I try not to use good or bad, but you get these positive omens, and then there's like these hurdles of like the past, or somebody's hung up, or they all can't collaborate for some reason.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
But I do feel like it's going to happen.
Oh, good.
Sorry if that was long-winded and, little in circles.
No, I'm trying to look up.
Who's the water sign?
Okay, so it looks like JC is a fire sign. Let's see Joey. Well, I know that part of it was like, they Aquarius? No, that's air.
That's air.
Part of it was they were trying to figure out like the Justin of it. And I know there is heartache around it because when Justin left to do his solo stuff back in the 2000s, they were all under the impression that he was going to come back and they were going to continue to tour. Like, he kind of like he and Ja and the record label like led the rest of the group on. So I'm sure there are some like deep-seated resentments and stuff there. Yeah. But I would love for them to go back on tour. So I'm really hoping.
Yeah, totally. And this could be somebody that's backing a project or a tour, or somebody that's like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
If it's not a member.
Yeah.
That might just be a little delayed. But I keep seeing like these boats overseas and all of these cards. And it just makes me feel like they're traveling and touring overseas and doing bigger things. Right. It's going to be reached on a bigger scale.
Right.
But it will be well received. Like, I didn't get any harsh no's or like,
good.
Going to come crumbling down. But
I've gotten harsh no's from you before.
Oh, yes, you have. And I mean, I do feel, again, there's something in March. And maybe because I'm picking up on a little bit of July.
Okay.
Of next year around them.
Yeah, I don't see anyone. But you know what?
I just cut the deck and it's the Chariot again. Oh, they're traveling.
They're traveling?
And touring. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And then that's number 7. So that might be July again.
Ooh. So the 7 keeps coming up.
7s and 3s.
Interesting.
And 7s are luck. 3s are about protection and manifesting and power.
Interesting.
And magnetism. And I fucking love these numbers.
I love it. Wait, I have numbers that, okay, I don't think that any of their sun signs are water from
no worries.
Very small look I'm doing on my phone from the half-assed but of course, like their moons, their, you know, I'm sure someone could have a lot of water in their charts, as Kyle has taught us.
Yes,
it really
it's not
is
always about the sun sign.
So, but I would die to go to an NSYNC. Like, I mostly just like really would love for it to happen. And I'm hoping that it does. I'm hoping maybe on March 7th they announce it, you know?
That would be so dope.
That would be dope. Now, I have a question. I have numbers that come up so much. 4, 7, 8 in that succession, like in that order. Like phone numbers I've had, multiple phone numbers I've had have that had 4, 7, 8. My birthday is 4, 7, 8, 5. Like, for some reason, that just always comes up. Is that, I don't know how into numerology you are, but does that number have any significance, or what should we look out for when stuff like numbers keep popping up?
Well, yeah, 4s would be stability.
Okay.
Just the quick little key points of them.
Okay.
4 would be stability, longevity. You're probably in the right place at the right time, or like whatever you're thinking about in that present moment.
Sure.
And this is anytime you catch a number, because anytime you catch anything like that, you are present.
Sure.
And some people go their whole lives without ever seeing numbers or catching license plates in front of them or times or whatever. So 4s are longevity, long-term stability. 7s are luck, like I said.
Love it.
I fucking love 7s.
I do too.
It's spiritual awareness. It's emphasis on spirituality. Yeah. It's luck. And then 8s for me are always abundance and things coming back around from the past, because you think of like how a figure 8 is drawn.
Oh, yes.
And it can also be the internal infinity sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true.
And then you can add them. So whatever 4 plus 7 plus 8. Oh. And then whatever.
So that 19.
Is it? Because
I'm bad at math.
Okay, so then you add 1 plus 9, and that's 10. So end of major cycles.
Oh,
yeah, that's another way how you do numerology. But yeah, numerology is embedded into tarot.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay, that makes sense. I'm like, how do you know everything?
I don't know everything, believe it or not. People think I fucking do, but I don't. But yeah, that's why I know numerology.
Does that feel that way, that people like put a lot onto you because I'm sure. Yeah. Like, I mean, we do it to, I'm sure, therapists, friends, all that kind of stuff. But being someone who has that kind of intuition and can help people in that way, I'm sure it can be.
And once I've predicted something for somebody, it's almost as if some people, of course not all, can get addicted to it. And it's like, tarot's not just about the future telling, fortune telling aspect of it. It's getting back to yourself, you know, and your intuition and knowing that you have all the answers within. That's what I hope that I give those in my readings, like how powerful they are and how they know and deep down inside. Yeah. But not every tarot reader is a psychic.
Sure.
So sometimes when that happens, and the only time I get like a lot of pressure around it is if like love stuff doesn't pan out exactly. Like the outcome will, but maybe a timeline will be delayed. Sure. But I've been cussed out in the middle of readings. I've been berated in emails after. It's rare that I get complaints, but I've had it, and it's all over love. It's never somebody's career. It's never somebody's personal growth. It's just love shit. And I'm just like, that's why some readers won't do love readings. And I've even thought about going forward, maybe not doing love readings anymore, because I have literally been cussed out.
Wow. Yeah. God, guys, it's just, come on. Also, with stuff like
How dare you disrespect me?
I know. But also it's like this stuff like this, I think it's so important to like have a wide interpretation. Like, what you pull, it doesn't necessarily mean like exactly what we think it means on the nose. Like it can be kind of like a wide, just being open to like, oh, maybe this over here matches something that you read or something. Maybe it's not the way that the person thought it was going to end up, but it still kind of came back around and proved your point, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, speaking of love, I did want to ask about a couple that we can't stop talking about, Taylor and Travis Kelce.
Oh my goodness.
Can we pull any cards for them just to kind of see? I asked Kyle about it. I've been talking about it nonstop. I talked about him being a football player and got very triggered men in the comments of that clip. Yeah? They were not happy that I was talking and I wasn't an expert on football, I will say. They were really, I know, these guys, these poor guys, these dudes, that's all they have, you know? They were like, he's a star. I was like, fucking Taylor put him on the map. Let's relax.
I know, who was he? I don't even know who the hell. I know nothing about Taylor Swift.
So that's good. That's why I'm so excited.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't really listen to Taylor Swift.
I don't love. So I've said this.
I could probably give two shits if I'm being really honest.
Honestly,
So this is the perfect person to ask.
No, it's great. That's perfect. So you will have a non-biased opinion. And I can't agree more. And look, Swifties, I love you. I respect her. I respect your fandom.
Yes, I respect Swifties. And I'm just not a fan myself.
She's a little soft for me. Your face just now, hilarious. Whatever that face was.
Shit.
Oh my God, what does this mean?
I wonder if she's going to get pregnant or something. What's up with the Empress today and all these pregnancies? Which it's not always that, but
like typically the Empress can mean.
It can mean motherhood.
Okay.
You know, for me. And you got the Two of Cups next to it and Temperance. So I feel like their connection, I didn't mean to interrupt you, by the way.
Oh no, please.
But my face was probably priceless.
Because your face was
People
incredible.
talk about my face all the time when I'm doing these readings. I'm just like, what the fuck? It's a balanced connection. I think that this will give her the reciprocity that she's been seeking.
Yeah.
I feel like it balances her out because Temperance is an even balance of temper.
Yeah.
And the Empress is somebody that's very grounded and very powerful and in their power, again, much like Britney Spears, you know, where it's like you're starting to feel a little bit more grounded and more centered and maybe more evolved. And yeah, I don't know, but the Two of Cups is like coming together, taking that next level of dedication and intimacy.
Yeah.
So there's a home in the background. So
wait. And you don't know anything?
I don't know anything about these people.
No joke. Rumor has it that he just bought a house in Kansas City and she like went with him to look. Everyone thought that she was buying the house. I believe it was actually him. This is all alleged, but
oh my goodness.
Yes, there's a house I think currently in escrow that is allegedly his house and they were looking together. So the fact that there's a house back there and you mentioned it, because I would not have seen that. I mean, that's so tiny.
Small. Yeah, you can almost blink and miss it. And if you do blink and miss it, it's probably not the message you need.
Right.
But it makes me feel like they're moving in together. If you notice too, both of these cards have two cups.
Yeah.
And it does make me feel like, again, somebody that feels very balanced in their emotions.
Sure.
And they probably temper each other out. But maybe something happening within 2 months. Because for me, cups represent months in a timeline. And there's two of them. So there might be something in the next couple of months. Another like an announcement that's pretty big. They might even get married. They might even have a kid. There just feels like a huge ass announcement on the way.
Okay.
So I don't feel like this person's going anywhere anytime soon.
It's so funny that actually lines up with Kyle.
Stop.
Read their, looked at their charts and was like, this is a good this is a solid match. Like Isn't that interesting?
That is so dope.
I know. It's so cool.
I wonder if she wants to be a mom.
I was wondering, I mean, how old is she? She's a few years younger than me. I think she's like 33 or 34. Yeah. She's about to be 34. But yeah, I mean, I would assume, I would assume maybe. Who knows? She could be married to her career, though. I know how that goes.
Right.
But
I like it.
When you find the right guy, maybe it's time, you know?
Right? Why not? Life's too short.
Yeah, life is too short. And she could definitely, she can definitely afford to have a kid and take a little time off. She works so much.
Totally.
But I'm with you, though. Like, she doesn't quite do it for me. Like, I went to see the Eras movie, the concert movie, and it was just a lot. It was like it was 3 hours long.
Really?
And I probably get excited about half of her songs. And again, major respect. She's so prolific. She writes a ton. As an artist and someone who produces a ton of work that is good, I have so much respect. She's just a little, I'm an NSYNC girl. I like more of like an edgier kind of vibe with dancing and stuff, you know.
I was listening to Circus on the way here. You know,
so good. Yes,
I forgot about these songs.
Oh, so good. Circus fucking slaps.
It really does.
Wait, so I wanted to know, in the car we were kind of talking about your love life, and speaking of this, pulling these cards, do you ever pull cards for yourself and look ahead? Like, if I did tarot, it would be so hard for me not to, like, as soon as I met someone, like, just be like doing the deck, and probably doing the deck till I got the answer I wanted, you know, trying to control.
Of course.
But how do you approach dating, having the knowledge that you have?
Well, I do pull cards.
Yeah.
Not always. Sometimes I just like to, what I say to my friends, like, I just like to raw dog it.
Yeah.
Not literally, but like just not going based on my cards or my intuition. Just raw dogging dating.
Yes.
With no intuitive insight.
Wow.
God, learning a today. Brittany Leigh today.
Love it. I'm like, well, how do you pull for yourself? You're like, well, I love to raw dog.
I love to raw dog.
Well, man, you must have suitors lined up the door.
I just mean, like, I don't like to pull cards all the time.
No, I get it.
But I will. I've pulled nice cards, you know, like, oh, this person's lovely. And like, maybe we'll have a commitment. And then I do the damn thing. And then they're like, I don't want a commitment. So
it's tough.
It is tough. It's really tough to read for yourself.
Yeah, I would assume.
Like, I can, and things come up. And like I was telling you earlier, when I was getting ready today and I thought about a mummy out of nowhere, it didn't hit me that Justine's going to show me a picture of her being a mummy yesterday.
Yes.
It just kind of happens like that. I get these weird ass premonitions.
Well, and you said Bill Burr.
Oh, I thought about Bill Burr yesterday. And I was like, what's that guy up to? Like, I know him.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
What's he up to?
What's Bill Burr up to?
Now here you are in his studio. And you didn't know.
No.
You didn't make the connection.
Nope, never do. And so it could happen like that, you know, like... But yeah, I do. But I try not to, just because I know how muddled it will get. But, you know, I've had readings from others, Kyle included. Yeah. And everybody has seen a partner for me. And it's the same partner they describe down to a T, but the timelines always get shifted.
Really?
I was supposed to meet this partner in like 2020.
Do you think you could be like subconsciously blocking anything? You know what I mean? Like...
Perhaps, yeah. Or getting distracted by other things. And honestly, like, I have not been dating a lot the past few years, especially this year. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll pull cards. Like, I know every time I ask my deck, who is my next boyfriend? Right. I get the King of Wands.
Wow.
Which, it's a Sagittarius. I know it deep in my soul. And I dated 3 Sagittariuses this year.
Whoa.
So make sense.
That's crazy, because what's your sign?
Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because we're like the best friends in the zodiac.
Yes.
But it's a fire sign nonetheless. Like, I won't just limit it. Like, if a Leo wants to take me on a date, I'm not going to be like, no, you're not a Sagittarius.
Right.
But yeah, King of Wands is my next boyfriend. And it's consistent. So I'm just like, well, where the fuck is he?
Yeah, where is he? We're waiting, buddy.
I know, everybody's waiting. I mean, my family, my friends, my clients are just like, okay. I guess Brittany's just gonna be fucking single for the rest of her life.
Oh my God, that's so not
men
funny.
Are scared of my job too, though. Let's get real.
Well, that's what it must be hard. Like, look, guys have been scared to date me because I'm a comedian. They're like, I don't want you to talk about me in your act. Yeah, that's a different thing. Like, being able to see their intentions. Right. Like, that's a whole nother level. So it's going to take a really strong, secure guy.
Yeah, that doesn't have any skeletons in his closet or doesn't have any ill intentions.
Oh, yeah. Can you see when they have like skeletons or ill intentions?
Oh, for sure. I can feel it before I even see it.
Interesting.
I usually don't, like, if I get butterflies, it's a no for me.
Dude, I had to learn that, like, butterflies and then people who are too charming, red flags for me. It's so weird that, like, kind of like unsafe butterfly, like it, because excitement and anxiety come from the same like feeling and solar plex. So it's like, I do think butterflies now are a little bit of a warning sign for me.
Yeah, totally.
So that's so interesting.
Or I'll get like pressure in the temples.
Really?
Or at the really top of my head, it'll start feeling pressured if I'm around a man that's lying to me, or I usually know when they are. And sometimes, like, and I've learned this dating recently, I'll just say something like over dinner. Yeah. And that's usually something.
Wow.
Do you remember that guy I was telling you about that I was like said he had a girlfriend.
Yes.
I just asked him in the middle of the conversation. I interrupted him with my ADHD ass, and I was just like, hey, do you have a girlfriend?
And what did he say?
He's like, no. And he got all like, what are you talking about? And it had flashed in my vision.
Oh, like, my God.
I could see the house. I could see the dog. I could see the kid. I knew the kid wasn't his, though. I knew all of the details of it.
So she had a kid?
From her previous
marriage.
My
God. Yeah. And it just flashed while you were...
It flashed really quickly. And I asked him, interrupted him. He said no. And if he's listening, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you,
You
buddy.
really thought that you could lie to me.
It's so shitty. Yeah, I mean, no, not fuck. Are you an idiot?
Right.
First of all,
they are, because they don't believe. A lot of dudes don't believe in this. They think I'm insane.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm an evidential psychic medium.
Yeah,
that has been on multiple podcasts.
Yeah,
like in real time, recorded, predicting the future down to the fucking date.
Yeah,
and then I've read for thousands of people all over the world.
Yeah,
this is my full time profession.
Yeah, it's not a hobby.
It's not a fucking hobby.
Yeah,
and it's not a joke.
Totally.
So yeah, and they tried.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so crazy, because I've always like definitely had a strong intuition for sure with guys. Like if I can feel something, like something's a little off, and then like, you know, a month or two, however long later, I'll get the information that I'm like, that's why that was my weird feeling that I had. Right. But it's not like you where I can see, like I have a flash and see it all. So that must be crazy. That must put such a damper on fucking...
It does.
Like dating, you know? That's crazy. Well, shit. Well, I feel like I would love if you could pull a couple cards. I don't have any real questions, though. What's a good question to ask?
What does your next few months look like?
Yeah, let's just ask that. Is something general like that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
You want to get specific?
Yeah, if something specific comes up, I'll ask that. But let's just do general. Let's do like general next few months.
Cool.
Yeah. I love it.
I've lost my mind today, I feel like. I can't get her memoir out of my head.
Oh, Brittany?
Yeah, I shouldn't have listened to it. It made me so sad.
We'll talk more about it.
Yeah. Like,
after you read my cards, Brittany. Read my cards, bitch.
Yes, this is beautiful. Oh, if you're in your Queen of Cups era the next few months, first of all, cups are months, like I said.
Yes.
So that's right on par. And it just makes me feel like you're feeling very nurtured, very loved. I don't know. I feel like travel, but it's not even about travel so much. You might be getting news of travel for the upcoming year.
Yeah.
But I do feel like you're winning an award of some kind.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll tell you more in the car, but yes.
I definitely feel like you are, because if you look at her, it looks like she's accepting this like trophy, right?
Yes.
And the way she's holding it.
Here, I'm going to hold it up for the camera.
Her.
Can you guys see?
She's amazing.
I can't tell where. Oh, there. Yeah, she's so cute. Oh, I love it. I'm going to take a picture of this.
Yeah, for sure. And also just, feeling just loved and loved on. She's very nurturing and generous, but she also gets that generosity back.
Oh, I love
that.
And
feels very, very loved. And also it has Cupid's on her throne and children. And I don't so much feel like this is like you having children, but projects can be like our children.
They are my children.
And yeah, there's like 3 of them here. So there might be 3 that you're juggling.
Yes.
Going forward. Yep. And also maybe down the line, you might do something for children.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I really like it.
I love
Queen of
that
Cups
too.
Is like, sits in front of the ocean. So maybe there's something about you going to the ocean and...
Well, it's funny you mentioned travel, because I have been like on tour and traveling and...
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, wait, what does this mean?
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I don't think I've ever gotten this one.
I love this one. So this is your spirit guides watching over you.
Yay.
And why do I feel like you get some sort of book deal?
Oh, I'll take it.
Speaking of fucking books.
Yes.
This is the only card that has books in it.
Oh. Ooh.
Damn, you're getting awards, you're getting book deals,
God.
You're getting TV shows.
Oh my God,
I fucking love it. Wheel of Fortune is dope. It means like you are moving into a more fortunate era of your life.
I'm so happy. God, I love it.
And also, it's interesting that it's card 10 and we're in the month of 10. So I also feel like because I was in the vein of the next couple of months,
sure,
you might even be getting some good news before the end of the the month, which is right around the corner.
Amazing.
And I love that you've got Anubis here. So there's like this ancient Egyptian energy. This card's so deep. I could not possibly
I'm going to take a picture of that.
Go into the description of the Wheel of Fortune. But the major arcana is very easy to read because it has the words right there.
Sure.
And so fortune is the one that I always highlight. But yeah, you're being protected in the spirit realm. You're being watched over. Interestingly enough, like with this upside down, because I was facing it towards you, not because it came out reversed, I'm now seeing the R very strong. So there might be some studio or some company that starts with the letter R.
Ooh, interesting.
Or even a person that reaches out.
Okay. I love that.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
Also, this is the only card that has tarot written on it. And what I like about that is sometimes I feel like this card yells at the person to like listen to tarot or use tarot as a form of divination in their life. Or I'm like, it is the only card in 78 cards that has tarot on it.
That's so cool.
I love that card.
That's awesome. Oh, I'm so happy with my cards.
So you're getting good news.
Yay.
Getting good news. And again, if it's not necessarily book deals, there is something within writing and communication.
I'm going to tell, when we leave, I'm going to tell you something.
I know sometimes I'm like, I have to be mindful of what I say just in case you haven't announced certain things.
No. It's totally fine because I can always cut anything out, but like
there's made me look ugly.
No, because I'm gonna make this look so hot. No, you're so gorgeous. You're insane.
I just didn't get my hair done for this and I feel crazy.
Oh my god, look at my hair is like,
it looks good.
Thank you, I appreciate that, but I don't normally blow dry it. I usually air dry and then just like curl a couple pieces, but I was running so late to go see Crossroads, which
whoa.
Oh my God, Crossroads. It was back in theaters.
Stop.
It was a global fan event and it was the most fun I've had at the movies in like years on Monday night.
Oh my God.
It was all just Brittany super fans. As it started, someone yelled out, "This is our Eras tour." Like,
nice.
We all just, because have you seen Crossroads?
I have. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's very cheesy in parts. And there are a lot of parts that we laughed at that they were not trying to be funny, but it was so fun. And then at the end, there was this amazing sing along to Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman and Overprotected. Aww. And it was just so fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. So I've just, been trying to celebrate Brittany all week. I still need to read the book and listen to Michelle Williams do an impression of Justin Timberlake, which I've seen some tweets. And how is it?
It's good.
It's good.
It's really good. She does other impressions too.
I'm so excited.
So good.
I mean, how did that even come about? Like, I'm just like,
I know, I have questions.
I have so many questions, but I'm here for it. I love it. I'm about it. I subscribe. I'm in.
It's very effortless to read and to listen to.
Oh, good. Yeah. So you kind of went back and forth.
I went back and forth. I had to listen more because today I was getting ready, but
that's what I like about listening is you can like hike. I have ADHD too, so it's like helpful for me to be able to listen, and especially if Queen Michelle Williams is doing the narrating. Absolutely. I'm here for it.
You know what the next book I want to read? So out there, but it's not. Juicy J's memoir.
Oh my!
I want to read that shit so bad.
Wait, that's crazy that you said that. I just met Juicy J a couple weeks ago.
Shut the fuck
How random!
No way!
And what's crazy is he gave a copy of his book to my friend Josh. So basically, my friend Josh was on tour with this artist named Jelly Roll, who's like a country rock guy.
Yeah,
he's very huge. Yes. But on some of the stops, 3-6 Mafia was there.
Stop it.
And so after I was in Vegas for my shows, the tour was in Bakersfield. So on my way back to LA, I was able to go. I met 3-6 Mafia. I met Juicy J, who I love Juicy J.
I would perish if I met 3-6 Mafia.
Oh my God, I got a picture with Paulie, like DJ Paul.
Stop
like
it.
He's the nicest human. They gave me merch. Like
What is it like to live my dream?
I know.
I have loved 3-6 Mafia since I was in high school.
What?
And I rapped like
oh my God,
Reds all of Slava My Knob in one take.
Yes.
And it got a lot of views. Like,
I'm sure.
Pretty fucking crazy.
Oh my God. And Slava My Knob, like what a classic.
Don't even get me started. The best, and I want to give a shout out to whoever said this.
Yeah.
But one guy made a comment and had me dying.
What did he say?
He said that me rapping sounds like Kids Bops or Valley Girls.
That's so good. Oh my God. Sometimes.
Shout out dude on Threads.
Yes. Sometimes the internet is like really mean and awful, but sometimes they really get it right. And I'm like, damn, that's good. Like some of the burns people have given me, I'm like, that's good. I got to hand it to you. Yeah. So good.
That's awesome though.
No, I met him. They were so nice. Juicy was a little more reserved. Like Josh, my friend, he had just met him the night before. It was the first time they had been on tour. So Josh was like, yeah, I haven't like asked for a picture or anything. So I didn't get a picture with Juicy, but I did meet him and tell him that I almost took off all my clothes during Bands That Make Her Dance.
Fuck yeah, I would have.
Oh my God.
I love that song so much.
Me too.
I just when there's like strippers. That's all he says. So great.
No, it's so great.
Strippers,
and then he's
that's
like,
it. My clothes are off.
Yes, I'm done. I am done. No, I was like, Bands That Make Her Dance was so good. I almost took off all my clothes. He was like, oh, okay. Like, who is this bitch? But he gave my friend a copy of his book.
I want to read it so bad.
Yeah. So
I think that's next for me.
Yeah, you should, because I'm sure it's interesting. Their story is very interesting.
It really, yeah. I mean, again, going way back, I have family in Memphis, and I've come from the South, so we listen to 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
I fucking love that group
so
me much.
Too. I love it.
When the Smoke Clears is one of my favorite albums ever. And so people don't guess that from me. They're
I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry that I judged you so incorrectly. But also, people don't look at me and think 3 6 Mafia either. No. So I should have known, you know? But yeah, I love it. And he played Dark Horse.
Oh my God. I love that song.
When that song came out, which was 10 years ago, and it was around spooky season, I listened to it nonstop.
Same, always at the gym. I remember always on the elliptical listening to Dark Horse.
Me too. So good. There's just something about just swaying on the elliptical to Dark Horse.
Yeah, it's sexy.
I know, it's so sexy. But what's funny, my friend Josh used to be a strip club DJ, and he used to play Bands That Make Her Dance all the time. So it's kind of an inside joke for us, because I'm always like, that's the best song. Like, we always talk about how he was a strip club DJ, and like the girls would have to pay him to get them to get him to play that song, because it was such a banger at the strip club at the time. So the fact that it was just like, again, the synchronicity of like him being on tour and then me being there to get to meet Juicy J, and then we got to hear Bands That Make Her Dance live. It was like,
I would pass away, honestly.
And girl, I'm going to show you the videos.
Please.
We were like right next to the stage. Like, it was so cool. And Juicy J is pretty hot, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because normally he has that mask on.
Yeah, he had a mask, and he came out in like kind of like a straight jacket.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, going back to JC Chazé. His solo album, I don't know if you remember, he got in a lot of trouble because it was called Schizophrenic, and he was on the cover in a straitjacket. And everyone thought it was in poor taste, just to connect the straitjackets of the episode. But it was incredible. And he had the mask on, and then he took it off, and then he looked so hot after the show. And I was so glad I got to meet him and tell him that I almost took off all my clothes. But I highly recommend, if you guys are in town where 3 6 Mafia is playing, definitely see them.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why we get along musically, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of friends who are very into the more like poppy, like super more squeaky clean pop, and I'm just always like need that little bit of like an edge.
Yeah, I like all kinds of music, but like give me Lil Wayne, give me some 3 6 Mafia, give me old ass Drake before we all found out he was likes little kids or whatever.
He's like,
I don't know what's going on with him. I shouldn't say that. I don't know if that's true or not, but he's been canceled a couple times, right?
Well, everyone thinks it's really weird because he's always been really good friends with the girl, with 11 with Millie Bobby Brown. Like,
did I know that? I don't know this.
They have this like weird, unlikely friendship, and they've been friends since she was like a teenager at least.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, what's up with this friendship? And I came across an article this week that kind of where I think he explained it. I did not read it because I didn't care that much. There were more Brittany bombshells to find out about. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I read recently he's taking a break from music, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think he maybe like did a thinly veiled diss on Rihanna in his most recent track, which like,
interesting.
Don't come for Rihanna.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. Who does that?
I don't know anything about him, and I shouldn't say stuff like I don't know, but I've seen TikTok cancel him a few times.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what is going on?
I know. Yeah. I mean, look, TikTok has, I can go down a rabbit hole on TikTok. like with this Justice for JC stuff. I have to
look into this. What the hell am I missing with this?
Just that his album was not supported, his solo career, and Justin, like everything went into Justin's solo career, and like he was kind of like the afterthought is the gist of it. But yeah, I'm just mostly mad at myself that I could have been loving JC all these years, but I was blinded by Justin's top ramen hair and his baby blue basketball shorts.
Brittany touches on the jeans outfit and the hair and like how much he got made fun of and like touches on all of it.
Oh, I can't wait. I need to like,
it's so good.
I'm gonna, it's my plan to like go on a nice hike and listen to it this weekend. So I cannot wait. Before we wrap up, I did want to chat. You have a new little business venture. You've got, so tell us a little bit about that.
I have partnered with a witch friend of mine who has been making spell candles and oils for many years that have been quite effective. And when she was doing them from friends and family. And anyway, one day she sat me down and said, do you want to do this together? Because I know you've had a witch kit before.
Sure.
And it was a couple years ago. But yeah, we were doing an crowdfunding. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Crowdsourcing through Indiegogo. And we've got like 30-something% of our goal.
Amazing.
So yeah, we have like multiple ones. We have different tiers of like, it's not so much expert to novice, but it's like anybody can really use it, even if you don't identify as a witch. Like, and if you just like nice candles and bath salts and oils, like you don't have to be witchy with it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
who doesn't want to be witchy?
Some people are like weirded out by it. I don't know, but it is. And then you have like the main kit has witch bells and altar box that has like a carved pentagram and all of it's handmade. None of it comes from China or wherever. It's all handcrafted, and I think it's really dope, and I hope we fucking get it done. I'm just nervous because I'm like, we've got to make the goal. But we're so close.
Well, where can everyone go to support?
You can go to Brittany Leigh Tarot.
Okay.
And then I've been tagging it left and right in my post, but it's Moon Goddess Alchemy is the name of the company.
Okay, great. Perfect. Amazing. And I think the witch stuff, I mean, I just think of it as another like leg of spirituality. You know what I mean?
It is. And again, like I said, you don't have to be a practicing witch to do it. But if you do like spell candles for protection and money and calm, peace, relaxation, also, to ground yourself in the bath, to do a spiritual bath, or oils. I have manifest.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, I've done the House of Intuition candles before. I don't know if you're familiar, but
I am.
They have those. Every time I've done one, it's like immediately. If a money candle, a road, the road opener I love, which is like if you're like stuck, a path will open up. It's like every time I've done one of those, I truly believe that with that kind of stuff, if you really believe it and like turn it over and allow it to kind of, manifest itself, it does. So I am so excited. Please, you guys support this amazing business venture. I cannot wait to get mine and see what I can manifest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And where can everyone find you and book a reading with you?
At bookbrittanyleigh@gmail.com right now. My website is still under construction.
Oh, that's okay.
Or just go to Brittany Leigh Tarot and DM me and it'll direct you to my email.
Perfect. Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much. Any last words of wisdom before we go into the final week of Halloween or anything?
Oh my goodness. Just put out some I always say, put out your altar stuff for the spirits. Kind of like you do for Santa Claus, but put out some liquor and maybe some snacks for your dearly departed.
Okay. I love that. Well, Brittany, I'd love to have you back on soon. You're always such a joy. And
so are you. Thanks for having me.
Literally so spot on, you guys. So please book with Brittany. I'm so excited about my cards, and we'll see you guys next time on Glitter and Garbage. Happy Halloween, witches.
Glitter and garbage.